From the lost city of Petra in Jordan to the lost Nazi archives in the Sahara Desert, the legacy of World War II is still being discovered today. For those who are fascinated by the events of the war, the incredible discoveries that have been made in the desert can provide rare insight into the history of the conflict and the individuals who lived through it. Hey, World War II geeks! Welcome back to Amuse Facts. Today, we're taking a journey to the North African desert to uncover some incredible World War II discoveries that have been found in this harsh and unforgiving terrain. From forgotten battlefields and hidden airfields to abandoned vehicles and crushed planes, the desert continues to yield new insights into one of the most significant conflicts in human history. Join us as we explore some of the most incredible discoveries from World War II in the desert. Number 5. Italian invasion. In 1940, Italy's leader, Benito Mussolini, had grand ambitions of building a new Roman Empire in North Africa. So he ordered his troops to invade British-controlled Egypt from their colony of Libya. Despite having a larger and better-equipped army, the Italian invasion of Egypt got off to a rocky start. British forces, led by General Archibald Wavell, mounted a series of counterattacks that pushed the Italians back into Libya. But Mussolini refused to give up, and he sent more troops and resources to bolster his forces in North Africa. For a time, it seemed like the Italian strategy might be working. The British were stretched thin across the Mediterranean and struggling to hold their ground in Egypt. But what followed was a campaign filled with unexpected twists and turns that would ultimately prove disastrous for the Italian forces. Number 4. British in the West. The year was 1941, and the North African desert was the stage for some of the fiercest battles of World War II. The British forces were on the back foot after the Italian invasion, but they were not ready to give up yet. It was time for the British to launch a daring counter-offensive from the western Libyan desert, and what followed was nothing short of epic. With tanks and planes at their disposal, the British forces pushed forward with unparalleled bravery and determination. They battled against the harsh desert conditions and the formidable Italian defenses, but they refused to back down. And it paid off. The western Libyan desert counter-offensive was a testament to the strength and resilience of the British forces. Number 3. The Desert Fox arrives. However, the scene was completely about to change. In 1941, from the headquarters in Berlin, Adolf Hitler dispatched one of the deadliest military geniuses in the world. Erwin Rommel, also known as the Desert Fox, completely changed the game in Africa. Rommel had been a veteran of the France campaign in the early days of the war. The German Blitzkrieg of France showed that there is one commander on the Axis side that the Allies should fear. Erwin Rommel arrived in North Africa in November of 1941 to rejuvenate and take control of the Afrika Korps. Under Rommel's leadership, the Afrika Korps became a force to be reckoned with. They won a series of stunning victories against the British, including the capture of Tobruk, which had been held by the British for months. Though he was eventually defeated by the Allies, his legacy as one of the most formidable and respected military commanders of World War II lives on to this day. That is why even today in military schools across the world aspiring leaders are taught the case of Erwin Rommel. Number 2. The Battle of El Alamein. However, it must be said that Rommel was not the only predator in the desert. It is high time we introduce another military legend of the war, General Bernard Montgomery, the greatest adversity Rommel ever faced. The British 8th Army, led by General Bernard Montgomery, is preparing to face off against the legendary German General Erwin Rommel in a fight for the fate of the region. This was the Battle of El Alamein, and it was one of the most epic clashes of World War II. The two armies faced off in the desert, with tanks and artillery pounding each other with everything they had. The British were determined to stop the German advance, and they threw everything they had into the battle. The defeat of the German forces at El Alamein ended the German effort in the desert, and without their German allies, Italy soon withdrew from the desert, ending the African campaign. Number 1. Libyan Graveyard. In the scorching sands of Libya, a graveyard of a different kind can be found. It's a place where the rusted husks of tanks, planes, and other war machines lay scattered across the desert, a silent testament to the fierce battles that were fought during World War II. Tanks sit half buried in the sand, while planes lie broken and twisted, their once sleek frames now reduced to scraps of metal. But amidst the rust and decay, there is also a sense of awe and reverence. These machines were once the pinnacle of military technology, designed to be the ultimate weapons of war. They played a crucial role in the North African campaign, and the sacrifices made by the soldiers who operated them should never be forgotten. The incredible events of the North African campaign during World War II have left us with a profound sense of awe and respect for the soldiers who fought and died in the harsh desert environment. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we hope that you have gained a new appreciation for the history and heroism of the North African campaign. Until next time.